Ladies and gentlemen, Kicking here. Welcome to the daily updates. Hope you guys had a good day trading. Today, market is down about 0.5%. There on the S&P at 0.7%. Semiconductor green down 0.3%. Russell 2000 transport, banks, energy, biotech, healthcare, home builders, utilities, retail, emerging market, every single sectors are red today. Bitcoin down, gold, silver miners are also dollar flat. Oil down, treasury bond up. The rates are down. VIX popped about 5%. Let's stick with S&P 500 ETF. Spider! 65-minute chart here. So this is what we closed yesterday. It looks like we actually saw sizable down gap here this morning, as you can see. Thankfully for the buyers, short-term moving average right on that vicinity, that the green dotted moving average right here, that did act as support just about a week ago or so. That's the level we came down to this morning. Quickly found support right there, as you can see. And the micro-term moving average, a little bit of trouble there on the second hour. Finally gotten above it, and then it looks like the down gap wasn't fully filled. About 20% or so still remaining. And when the buyers were not able to fill the entirety of the down gap, quickly the panic settled in. You see that on the 5th hour, blew right through the short-term moving average and met with the micro-term, blew through the micro-term, right? The micro-term moving average right here. The short-term moving average was right there. However, on the last hour, it looks like we did get below the short-term moving average, that green dotted moving average here. However, it looks like we found the rising pivot here. I've connected it, as you can see from here, right? The late March, all throughout April, this rising pivot been supporting the buyers, and yet again, as you can see on the last hour, got long lower wick. We were able to get above the short-term moving average. Again, that green dotted moving average with the long lower wick, small green body. We have a textbook hammer candle there.
Perfect.
If this is a shooting star right here, you see this candle right here, that's a shooting star, right? Long upper wick, right? And small body at the bottom with the red body, that's the shooting star. As you can see, just because we have a shooting star, that does not mean it was over for the bulls, because the market actually got back up for several days. So same is true here. Just because we have what it appears to be a hammer candle, that does not mean the market has fully reversed. Obviously, bears don't like to see that, because we had a shooting, or some sort of a hammer candle here and here and here. So in some of those cases, definitely it favor the buyers for at least a half month or so. So that's gonna make the buyers, sellers worry a little bit. They don't want to see any sort of a bullish type of candles right now. This down gap could be crucial for bearish cause. Let's check out that oscillator. So now, on top of that down gap that wasn't fully filled, we have that triple peak bearish divergence continue to be strengthened and confirmed. I've been talking about this pretty much this entire week here. You can see that higher high on the price action and lower highs on the oscillator, and we have that triple peak bearish divergence. And in it, with the bearish divergence alone, I wasn't going to put too much weight on this, but now that I see the down gap that wasn't fully filled today, and plus we did lose the micro term, and obviously, buyers are still working with the overall uptrend and then rising uptrend pivot. short-term moving average, and we still in the vicinity of what? Higher lows, right? That's what bulls going to argue, right? Bulls are going to argue that we have the rising pivot there, we got the short-term moving average, we got the hammer, and we've been cultivating higher highs and higher lows. So clearly we're on an uptrend, so a little bit of pullback, a little bit of shenanigans. That's
okay. That's okay.
While the bears are going to say the gap is open, the down gap, and we have the divergence, meaning that the buyers are getting tired and they're working overtime to push this thing up. But as the market, as the buyers are putting in new highs, their energy gets lower and lower. That's why we see that bearish divergence. Basically, underneath it all, they're losing that momentum. They're losing that steam. Now that we have the bearish divergence on the oscillator to break below this recent low here. So we also got lower highs and lower lows on the oscillator. We have the down gap.
Oh, I don't like the news anymore.
I'm going to say right now, as long as this down gap remains, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be volatility. There's going to be shenanigans. There's gonna be lower prices. So if bulls cannot get up there, fill that down gap, I do expect this triple peak divergence to play out. At least we're gonna see this oscillator coming back down. At least we're gonna see the price seeing lots of up and down movement. And even further, if we don't hold some of these, you know what I'm saying, some of these levels right here. So as you can see, as I zoom out here, you can see we got pretty much, there's an up gap here. My midterm moving average trading at residing at 409 or so. And there's that up gap that has been filled, right? 409, 408. I mean, 408, 409 is very likely if we don't see that down gap getting filled. So what do you guys think? You think now that we have this down gap open, bears are ready to bring it down? I mean, we've seen, you know what I'm saying? We've seen a price action that where, you know, you'll see buyers will fight, right? You see that, like you see right here. Market will make a move and then buyers will fight, but they're slowly kind of gets deteriorated, right? You can see, and then there's that bearish divergence came about, and there was actually that down gap, right? This is what happened right here back in late. There was a down gap. It was a big down gap here. I'm gonna zoom in here. You see this? This is where it closed, it opened, bulls got up, not filled the entirety of down gap, and market tanked. Had a big move, tanked again. That all happened with that down gap never getting filled.
Then you're all going to die.
You see right here, we got that down gap not getting filled. We're right on the midterm and stuff like that, but this time we have a triple peak divergence. We bulls made a move. They're getting tired, so there's a volatility here. There's a battle going on. These bear troops are, you know, the boss bears are making sure they don't even want the buyers get up there and get close to the headquarters of the boss bears command center. So boss bears, you know, 420 right now, they're gonna start you know, sending out these troops to make sure they don't even come close to, you know what I'm saying, 420, because that's a very, very important real estate for the boss bears. And so I think they want to kill the bulls here, and that's kind of the sort of a battle going on. I'm gonna come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening. Go train tomorrow.